Okay, thanks for joining me with this specific type of talk that I wanted to do as a personal endeavor um, to an audience that I believe would have been able to appreciate or um, conceptualize the different types of topics or ideas that are being presented throughout the discussion, because that's what it is. It's a dialogue between me and the audience. And I wanted to basically um, cover it within a specific type of structure, um, analogous to a video essay per se, and the structure that comes along with the written essay itself, being the introduction, the body, and the conclusion. So this would essentially be featured within the introduction of the video essay, just letting you know the structure, what it is that we're trying to accomplish in terms of my personal goals, and also just the content in itself, which basically is about the psychology of thought. That would be the title of the video in itself. This is something that I have given, some thought to as well. But throughout my reading, have tried to conceptualize it from different point of views, possibly psychological, sociological, philosophical as well. So it's definitely a very dense and deep topic with depths that we can probably never fully grasp. But the first question that I wanted to get into was, what is thought per se? Um, the process that takes place within your own consciousness individually, uh, between yourself, depending on the structure of your own thought process and how it is that you've been able to organize that way of thinking, really. So it would, for me, in essence, stem from the evolution of consciousness, essentially. How it is that human beings evolved with consciousness, basically in parallel to our very being. Uh, we say that the utility is there in terms of creating complex edifices that govern and provide organization for human beings socially, as well as the physical world through physics and mathematics and chemistry and sciences as such, and the humanities as well. Um, but yes, consciousness is a very uh, depth has immense depth to it, and um, it's a bit of a mystery. Um, I don't have extensive knowledge of the literature on the subject matter per se, but from what I would know and from my own research, it could be uh, looked at as some type of connection to the divine, in terms of the cosmic order that the universe encapsulates, because you inhabit the universe and the universe inhabits you. It's um, a yin and yang property, order and chaos, essentially. And so the different structures that make up your own psyche do belong within the universe itself throughout the seminal cosmic order that we've been allowed to comprehend with the information and data that we've been able to gather about such matters. Yes, and then there's also the possibility of your own subconscious thought patterns that you developed over the years through your environment and experiences and your genetic proclivities themselves, really, that and that also make themselves apparent in your thought and behavior as well, and how it is that you orient yourself within the social landscape. And obviously, culture has a great part to play with that as well. How it is that human beings of a specific geographic region organizes themselves, relate to each other through language and custom and traditions and values and such. So that would be question one. How does thought become action? That would be the second question. So I think act thoughts and action are they are how do you say they I guess they fall they they have a certain type of relationship. Your thoughts themselves don't all have to be acted upon. So you can have a thought and it isn't the most logical thought that leads to the most ideal optimal outcome, or even isn't very beneficial for you or anyone else that's inclusive of your specific surroundings and environment. So those types of thoughts can be allowed to essentially have a figurative depth. You don't need to act upon them because they could possibly cause harm and danger to you, yourself, and the people around you. But you can have constructive thoughts as well, depending on how it is that your inner monologue, or psyche is set up and structured. I think that consciousness is malleable, and it can be structured in a way that allows for you to have it geared towards a specific type of outcome. But that takes a level of thought process that almost monitors your conscious being and your thought itself. So it's a thought outside of a thought that basically monitors that specific thought, and gauges how it is that it's relevant to the outcome that you'd like to project into the future. So yeah, that's possibly how thoughts become action.